Catsup TV.
Hey everybody, Catsup TV, and we are exploring Invocation Democracy, a new online exhibition featuring a diverse set of artists and curated by Monet Clark.
Hi, my name is Monet Clark, and I am the curator for Invocation Democracy, a political and mystical virtual exhibition presented by ProArts Commons out of Oakland. The show features painters and video artists, interdisciplinary and performance artists, and recording artists from across the nation, responding to this challenging time for our country. The uniqueness of a virtual exhibition, hands down, is the accessibility. It's just phenomenal. People have logged on from Europe and New York and LA, and they didn't have to come to Oakland to see the show. It's really, really wonderful and exciting. The challenge with any large group exhibition is synergy. Despite the multiple perspectives in the show, it has a lot of crossover in content and in themes. I chose to exhibit 4 artists of Indigenous American descent in the show, and this was really, really important to me. I wanted to present their perspectives on our democracy, the environment, on culture, and the mystic. And 2 of these artists are Merritt and Mariee Sioux, and they both have works in the show that reference a 1,000-year-old Sioux prophecy, which predicted 1,000 years ago the contemporary corporate threat that we now have to our democracy and the environment. Another Indigenous artist in the show is Edgar, Fabían, Friás, and he has wonderful, modern, Instagram-friendly video invocations with flashing neon aesthetics. His piece for the show stresses the sacredness of all life. There's Hockey Eye v. Edgar Heap, who is a legend. I'm really pleased to have him in the show, and his works for Invocation Democracy address the faulty foundation of our democracy. Dale Hoyt, don't forget to vote, shitheads. This video was made especially for Invocation Democracy. Dale is a master of experimental cinema, and in this new Bukowski-esque work, he contemplates the most sacred of democratic acts, which is voting. Frightwig and Timothy Crandle, Crazy World. This work represents the interplay between unbridled creativity and a healthy democracy, and I also decided to show it because of this seminal punk girl band's Smash the Patriarchy mission, which in my view would also make a much healthier democracy. Finley, Vote Like Your Life Depends on It. I loved the backdrop on this painting. It ties into the many environmentally themed pieces in the show and the show's concept that a healthy democracy protects its land as well as its people. This is part of an ongoing series that brings the viewer unflinchingly into the present moment as the events and hypocrisies of this American era unfold. Guillermo Pena, Dreamocracy in America. This video is the embodiment of invoking democracy. It also brings us right into this present era, like a lot of works in the show, and into the role Zoom has played in connection and community during the pandemic. John Sims' Date with Fear, March 2020. This work well captures how many of us were feeling in March, but also specifically speaks to the high risk that COVID-19 poses for African Americans. And Sim checks in with the viewer with his hello mask right from that place. It's a powerful self-portrait. Jennifer Locke, Spells 3, Tree, Candle, Levitation, Moonstone. This video work was also made especially for this exhibition, and it's just masterful. It marks a departure for the artist, as she doesn't usually work within a natural environment. I feel like she's correcting something with this piece, perhaps our out-of-balance biosphere. Facing West Shadows, The Endless End. This started as a shadow puppet theater. Facing West Shadows now makes many hybrid forms of art, and this is a video work which they made from an installation in progress, which they call Extinction Survival, which addresses the emergence of deadly viruses, disrupted life cycles of plants and animals, and fire ecologies affected by climate change. Liz Walsh, No More Tears. This animated video was also produced especially for Invocation Democracy. It reflects the artist's interest in connection and community, and art that is accessible and available to whomever needs it. It's a beautiful expression of empathy from the artist to the global community. Monet Clark, Colonial Climate the Great Unraveling. This is my piece. I'm so glad you asked me to talk about it. I made this video specifically for the show as well, It tracks the colonial roots of climate change and our democratic structure, both born out of the idea of empire and dominion over earth and animals, and white supremacy and plundering. It explores the gross imbalances within our biosphere that mirror our current culture's marginalization and dismissal of the feminine. Lady Monster, The Journey. This piece represents a healthy democracy's need for freedom of sexual expression, and it flies in the face of the patriarchal tendency to shame women for their sexuality. Lady Monster crafted this amazing minimalist peekaboo especially for the show. Penny Slinger's Nurtura. This piece reflects the worldview that indigenous peoples from all parts of the world with all different skin tones have, placing humans in an interconnected web of all species and the earth. Nurtura is a deeply mystical piece. It is part of Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle, the transmission of which is located in the information section, which you can click on and read. It will meet you as deep as you want to go. I will say that there are intentional juxtapositions in this exhibition which would cause somebody to question the interrelatedness of it all, which point towards specific cultural biases where we devalue, marginalize, and dismiss certain qualities and attributes, and we exalt their opposites. For instance, we totally dismiss the intuitive mind and nonlinear methods for data collecting. We prefer the rational, linear, logical mind. We completely devalue nurturing and care and all occupations associated with those qualities, while we exalt their opposites. And this is a cultural imbalance which has led to a climate change biosphere imbalance because we've overexploited our resources to the point where we've pushed things out of balance on that level. Now, how this relates back to our culture and our democracy, I'll let you take in the show and see what you see.
To find out more and to view the exhibition, please visit the website listed here in the description below this video. Thanks for watching. Check out more at www.catsynth.com, and please subscribe to CatSynth TV.
You're watching CatSynth TV. Meow.